Hello everyone, in this video we're going to explore how you can achieve full marks of section B of paper 3 for EDEXCEL English Literature A2 qualification. So here's a brief overview of the qualification itself. So remember, paper 1 and paper 3 are both 2 hours and 15 minutes and 30% of your course. Paper 2 and your coursework are 20%. One is a 1 hour examination, one is an essay, which is a comparison of two different forms. So paper 3, both obviously section A and B are looking at poetry being the focus here. But section A, the main assessment objective focuses are 1, 2 and 4, whereas with section B, the main assessment objectives here are 1, 2 and 3. And we need to be making sure that we're using a poem from a prescribed list provided in the exam and one other that you have studied. So again, that means that you should already have all this information ready to go. But assessment objective 1, 2 and 3, what does that mean? Well, assessment objective 1 is your ability to write a proper argumentative essay using terminology all the way through. 2 is your ability to analyse form, structure and language to support that argument. And 3 is your ability to include different aspects of context, social, historical, literary context to support what you're saying. So let's see if you've been revising. 2 tasks now. 1, how do you plan a perfect response? And 2, how do you write that response? Pause this video, note down your ideas, discuss them if you wish, and then when you're ready, press play to resume. So, if you're going to achieve full marks for this question to get level 5, 30 marks, you need to be doing the following. You can see that the different assessment objectives here are different bullet points. So, AO1 is to create, as we said already, a sophisticated argument, not just obvious points, making sure you're linking terminology in a sophisticated way all the way through. So, not just simile, verb, metaphor, although they're important, they're not as sophisticated as they could be. Then you want to make sure you're talking about the way in which the text has been created by the author. So that's your analysis of form, structure and language. Analyse how the text proves you're right. Then thirdly, look and integrate how context helps to support what you're saying is true. So notice for this question, unlike section A, you haven't necessarily got the comparison, but you do have the context. And I think it's important whilst we're dwelling here, I wouldn't change your style. I would use the same style for section A as section B, but just bear in mind that you want to be doing less of the comparison and more of the including context to support your analysis. You can do exactly the same thing with section A. You're not going to get marks for context per se, but it could help your AO1. So how do you plan? Well, read your question carefully, making sure you underline it so you know what the argument is. So if you misinterpret your argument, you can misinterpret the essay and achieve lower marks. Look at the given poem. You may have to read this more than once. Answer the question based on that given poem. So come up with your answer, get your form, structure and language and your context together to support what you're saying is true. Then you want to think about your text that you're choosing. And again, whilst you're not necessarily looking for all the detailed comparison, you want to create a sophisticated argument. So you are going to be looking at maybe how they include context and how their context is different depending on what they're talking about. Again, please remember to proofread, because if you're not proofreading, then if you haven't created a perfect plan, you're not going to produce a perfect answer. You also want to be practicing the skill of planning in the exam time. So test yourself at home or at school or wherever. Put a timer on your phone or whatever it is you want to do, and then try and plan in 10, 15, 20 minutes. Because if you can't and you take too long, then obviously that will make you feel slightly more stressed in the exam, and that will impact on the style of your answer. Here's a question. So it's the same kind of question we looked at when we were looking at section A, but obviously we want to make sure that we are answering this in a slightly different way. We still want to make sure we're including form, structure and language. So press pause if you wish, and then note some of those ideas down. There's a question once more. And then what does our answer look like? Well, we'll look at it again in due course. So thank you and keep revising.